Good morning! I am back in Magic Kingdom, and as you can probably hear, I have got a cold. It turns out, if you just ignore it and pretend it's not happening, that isn't a medical thing. It doesn't work. But I am dosed up. I always get joked about because I'm like the Red Cross when I go anywhere. I have paracetamol, Sudafed, Plaza, I've got everything with me. So I've dosed myself up and I'm feeling a lot better than this morning. So we're going to come in, today is a party day, so the park's going to be shutting early. So normally it's a bit quieter, but I also have multi-pass. So I think I'm going to be able to get lots done today, which is great. Also, today is my Patreon park day. So in the weeks leading up to my trip, I give a few different options for 5 different things that I'm going to be doing during the day, and my patrons on Patreon pick for me what to do. Now, one of the things was to rope drop Seven Dwarfs Mine Train, and obviously I did not get here. I'm here just after the park has opened because I was just not feeling good. But I will see if I can get on Seven Dwarfs Mine Train later today. And some of the other things we had picked, and what Disney does is it will change very rapidly, but you won't often find out until the very moment it's changing. So they're like, tomorrow this comes into place. So one of the other things was to pick a virtual queue for either Tiana or Tron. And just as my trip started, Tron, the virtual queue went. So luckily my patrons had picked Tiana, and this morning at 7 AM I did get that. And I was group 11, which is amazing, super early, which is fantastic. So we're going to go in, we're going to carry on with Patreon Park Day and see what we get done. But I think pretty soon I'll be able to ride Tiana first thing in the morning, which is incredible. I never thought I'd get such an early group. So as I've walked into Magic Kingdom, I've got a notification to say my boarding group has been called. So it's just gone 9:30, which is fantastic. So I'm going to head back there, and actually a lot of my multi-passes are also in that part of the park. So this is going to be perfect because we'll go take a visit to the Bayou, and then we can start doing our multi-passes. So the first time I went on this, I had the Lightning Lane with multi-pass, and this time I'm doing it with virtual queue, so it'll be interesting to see the difference in time. With the multi-pass Lightning Lane, it was really quick to get on. So let's see what it's like with the virtual queue. In theory, you could ride this twice in one day if you had both multi-pass and the virtual queue. So it's practically a walk on, which is incredible. I don't know if it's because it's very early, but what's interesting is with the Tron virtual queue, the queue is still 40 minutes, but with this, we're literally going to walk on, which is incredible.
Look out, Bayou, here we come.
It's 5.
Down here and they are cooking.
But let's explore a bit more.
How's this? I'm just
Where'd they go?
don't know.
We have to find them. These tiny musicians you found sure do bring the heat.
Without getting too wet. Back row is the one to go for if you don't want to get too wet.
Everyone can
I knew y'all would make a big splash at this party. See y'all again soon.
So Tiana's was brilliant. I absolutely love it because I love Princess of the Frog. It's so special. And I love the storyline where they shrink you down to a frog. Now I never catch that part, But the story is that you're shrunk down to the size of a frog, and then as you're going up the big hill before the big drop, Mama Odie makes you big again because she's like, the bigger you are, the bigger the splash will be. Now I was in the back row again, which I think I was thankful for because I got a light sprinkling of water, whereas the people in the first 2 or 3 rows get absolutely soaked. But I have been on it when it was Splash Mountain in the front row. And I didn't get that wet. These people were literally dripping. So if you don't want to get super wet, see if you can request the last row because you get like a nice amount of wet. So my first multi-pass is for Haunted Mansion. So excited to go on it. I have got slightly different ones today. I've got Haunted Mansion, Winnie the Pooh and Big Thunder. Of course you can only get one tier 1 ride, which was Big Thunder. And because I was going to do the virtual queue today for Tiana, because that is what my patrons had picked, I was like, oh, I don't need to get that one today. But I would say if you want to ride Tiana, get that as your tier 1 ride, because I have to say I found the virtual queue really easy to get. Every single time I've got it and got quite low numbers. So I think you'll be successful. If you start refreshing at about 1 minute to 7, then you seem to always get it. But if you don't want to do that and you're going to buy multi-pass, I would definitely recommend getting Tiana as your first one because that will sell out. So the little machines that you tap in to do your multi-pass reservation weren't working, so they were individually doing it by hand. I had an amazing cast member who was super creepy, which I love. There's always certain rides I'm like, oh, if I was a cast member, I'd love to work there, and this is one of them. Maybe not in the heat, but you know, one of the cast members where you can kind of creep people out. I think that'd be so fun.
Is this haunted room actually stretching? Or is it your imagination? And consider this dismaying observation. This chamber has no windows and no doors. Which offers you this chilling challenge to find a way out. Right, guys.
Wizards and witches, wherever you dwell, give us a hint by ringing the bell.
Always such an iconic ride. I love that. I will never get bored. I could go around and around and around. I love the storyline. I love the narration. I think the narration here is what really sets it apart. And what's interesting is I thought I'd look at little multi-pass wait times at the moment, because obviously now I've scanned into my first one, I can start booking more. Most of the wait times at the moment are very low. So when that's the case, I think it's a good idea just to go on the rides and save multi-pass for later when it gets busier, because you can only ride each ride once with multi-pass. So I have, my next reservation is Winnie the Pooh, so I think I'm going to start walking that way, and any rides that have low wait times, go on them in the meantime. When looking at multi-pass queue times, you can see which rides are the most popular by how far out the multi-pass is. So some of them, you could literally book multi-pass now and go straight on the ride, whereas something like Peter Pan, that is a 4:30 reservation and it's now just gone 10. So like obviously we all know Peter Pan is really popular, so for my second multi-pass choice I have picked that one. After Winnie the Pooh, which is my next reservation, I could probably start getting the ones with the lower wait times, because you know, all of the big ones I've already got. The good thing is, when you book in advance, you can only have 1 tier 1 and 2 tier 2. But once you're in the parks, that doesn't exist anymore, but a lot of the tier 1 rides will sell out quickly. I have yet to be on It's a Small World this trip, so got to take a little ride on the happiest cruise on earth. I think that's what it's called, right? Have I just made that up? I've made a new slogan up. But let's go on It's a Small World. Talking about multipass, I thought I would show you on the app what the wait times are like and also what the multipass return times are like, so you could get an idea of which ride you should be booking if you come. So it is just before 11 now, so as you can see Barnstormer you can go on straight away. I've already booked Big Thunder, it's a 25-minute wait. Buzz you could go on almost straight away, Dumbo straight away, Haunted Mansion 4 PM, so quite a bit later, Small World straight away, Teacup straight away, Aladdin straight away, Winnie the Pooh I've already got booked in, 20-minute wait at the minute, which isn't bad. PhilharMagic straight away, Monsters Inc straight away, Peter Pan 40-minute wait and much later in the day, so that's definitely one to pick. Pirates 15 minutes, but you can get on it straight away with multipass. Seven Dwarfs has single pass, but it's sold out in advance of the day. So if you do want to ride that, I would book it in advance. Space Mountain you could go on straight away. Tiana also, the multipass is completely sold out for the day, so you cannot get a reservation for that, so that's why you need to book that one first. Speedway straight away. Tron, the single pass for that is also sold out, so both of the single passes in this park have sold out already, even though it's a quieter day and it's a party night. Little Mermaid straight on. So that kind of gives you an idea of what rides you should book your multipass for. Tiana obviously is the top tier one because it sells out. You will not be able to get a multipass on the day, so do book that one in advance. And interesting, both single pass rides have already sold out, so very, very interesting. But it's now time for Winnie the Pooh. This is quite a popular ride. At the moment it's only a 20-minute wait, but I have seen it very, very long this trip. I did have a little look at Seven Dwarfs Mine Train. That was the one I was going to try and rope drop, but obviously did not make it. It's now a 45-minute wait, which isn't bad for Mine Train, but where my foot is not great, I'm like, So I might try and get a single pass for that later in the trip.
Tightly rule.
Feel honey.
So one of my other Patreon Park Day picks was to meet Disney classic characters like Mickey or princesses, and it was selected that I would meet princesses. So I am actually going to meet two. If you come to the Princess Pavilion, you could go on either side, but whatever queue you choose, you meet two princesses, which I think is amazing. Now I'm going to meet Tiana, which is so exciting. We've just been to the Bayou, so it feels fitting, and a visiting princess who we won't know who it is, so I kind of like this. It's going to be a surprise princess too. It's lovely to see you today. It's wonderful. Yes, it's perfect. It's so much fun. Obsessed with your outfit. It's incredible.
I picked out my best flowers today just for you, sunshine.
Everyone needs more flowers in their hair.
Exactly. You must be a lost princess. I like to think that myself.
Perfect.
Now, I have a big question to ask you. Do you like to sing?
I like to, but I'm not good at it.
Oh, she's being so modest. I'm sure she's a fantastic singer. Now, you know Sunshine.
Yes.
Back at the Snuggly Duckling, we like to have open mic night, open quack night is what
I
you
love that.
calls it. We're actually going to perform tonight. I would love for you to perform with me.
Okay, I'll rehearse this afternoon.
Play the guitar myself,
Yes.
so maybe you'll do the singing.
That'll be amazing. That'll be so fun.
I think so too.
I might not get invited back, but
I think you will most definitely be invited back. My ruffians are very welcoming,
That's
I promise.
perfect.
And if they're not, I do have the frying pan with me most of the time.
Yes.
I can be quite convincing.
it's perfect.
On in sunshine. We'll take a band portrait and flowers. Now, I have to ask you a question.
Yes.
Should we smolder together?
Okay.
We should? Okay,
Okay, let's do this.
Just like this. Right back to back.
Yes.
And smolder. She has
That's amazing. That was so good.
It's a snuggly duckling.
It's perfect. Thank you so much. It was lovely to meet you. It's wonderful.
To meet you. You will live your dreams, sunshine.
Thank you.
I'm looking forward to performing with you.
Yes, it'll be perfect. It's so good. Thank you. It's so lovely to see you, Tiana. It's wonderful.
Your colourful glad, right?
Thank you so much. I've already been to the Bayou this morning and it was beautiful.
Oh, so I'm sure you know a thing or two about Mardi Gras, right?
Yes.
Yes.
It's
Perhaps maybe you could join us for the festivities.
that would be amazing.
Yes, well, I like to make Mardi Gras beignets, purple, green, and gold, to match the festivities.
That would be amazing. That'd be perfect. It's
But none
wonderful.
of the colours ever match the flavors.
Yes.
Gotta keep the people on their toes.
That's a
am I
good
right?
thing. Yeah, exactly. Nice surprise.
Exactly. So what is your
Perfect.
favourite flavour?
Probably chocolate.
Chocolate?
Yes, yes.
I don't think anybody suspects chocolate with green, perhaps.
Yes.
So we'll just have to come up with a couple other flavors for the gold and the purple.
That would be perfect. That'd be so good.
I'll
That'd be
see you
wonderful.
at the restaurant.
Yes.
Brainstorming.
Oh, perfect. That'd be amazing. That was such a fun meet and greet experience. I love that you get a surprise princess, and we got Rapunzel, and she was so much fun. And what is really nice, if you're nervous about meeting face characters, they tend to lead the conversation, so you don't need to worry. And that was so much fun. But I'm very worried about having to rehearse for this gig. So next up, I have a multi-pass for Philhar Magic because I have to get back over to Big Thunder, but I thought, come and see the show, haven't seen it yet, I do love it, and a little sit down on the way to my next multi-pass.
Oh, hi everybody! Now that you're here, go ahead and pick a row you want to sit in, and keep stepping till you're all the way across. Keep stepping. That's right, buddy. Keep it moving. Yep.
So Philhar Magic is always so good. It's so cute, and here you really have the effects in their full force. Downside, it was actually really cold in there. I don't know if it's because I've got a cold or I'm just feeling the cold more. I was freezing. So it's now time for my next multi-pass, and that is Big Thunder, so I'm going to head over there. On the way over, I think I'm going to mobile order some lunch because I'm so hungry. And this was actually another Patreon Park Day pick where I was going to eat. It's been selected. I'm going to go to Peco Bills. I haven't been here since I did actually come on my last trip. It was part of the Keys to the Kingdom tour, that's where we ate, but I couldn't film anything because you couldn't film on the tour. So it'll be interesting to show you what it's like in there. I actually quite liked it. It was like a veggie rice bowl, and it was quite nice to have like a kind of more healthier option. You can also order some guacamole, which I think I'm going to do because I love it. And let's get on Big Thunder first, have a little wild ride, and then get some lunch. Today is a hot day, but the humidity has dropped, so it's much nicer. It's so much easier to cope when the humidity is a bit lower. And like I say, it's interesting. Today's been the first day where I've gone inside places with aircon and been like, oh, this is actually cold. Like, it's the first time. So Big Thunder is now a 65-minute standby wait. So this is definitely another super good pick. I actually think today I'm going to get almost all the rides done with multi-pass that offer it, because doing Tiana as the virtual queue and then picking a different tier 1 ride, which is what I did with Big Thunder, it seemed like the best option, because otherwise you'd probably miss out on this because the reservations sell out. So today it's kind of worked out perfectly.
Good luck.
whole bench, so it's really wild. I love that Big Thunder is just iconic. It's such a good ride. I do think the one in Disneyland Paris can't be beaten. The layout, the fact it's on its own island is so cool. But this one is also very fun, and like I say, because it's just a bench, when you're on your own, you slide from side to side. It's really, really wild. So even if you are with someone and you want to have that experience, just say you're one and have your own little row and slide all over the shop, because it definitely adds to the intensity. So I have got the veggie rice bowl from Peco Bills. It's actually a really, really big portion. On the side, they give you a little dish that has lettuce and tomato in, so I put that on top. On the tray, they already give you sour cream, which obviously is vegan, and some salsa. I did look this up, and this is not vegan because it's got some sort of flavourings in it that are not vegan, so just be aware of that. I also added on some guacamole, so you can add a little bit extra to your dish, but let's dig in. This is going to be such a big hearty meal. And what's really nice is if you're looking for something with lots of veggies, no kind of faux meat, this is a really, really good option. I'm trying to mix it all up. You get some beans, you get rice, you get peppers and tomato, you get like little strips of tortilla chips on top, the lettuce, tomato, then you have the option of adding guacamole. That's really, really nice. It sounds kind of basic, but it's really, really tasty. Everything's really, really fresh. The beans have a really good taste. They've got a little bit of spice to them, but not spicy. Just obviously they've added spices into them to give them flavour, which is really, really good. Okay, well it looks like I don't have any guacamole. It looks like they've forgotten to add it to the order. So I did go back up to the counter to get my side of guacamole. It's come out of the fridge. It should be quite cold. So let's add this. I would say the rice and the beans are warm, but everything else is cold. So you've got like a little mix of different temperatures. Okay. The guacamole is really, really good. I would definitely add that. It is an extra charge, but it adds so much flavour, like that's amazing. But I would say this is a really good dish. It's a hearty portion. It's just over $10, so it's really, really affordable. Packed full of veggies. If you don't like faux meat, this is going to be a really good option. And Magic Kingdom doesn't have great quick service food, but I would say this is one of the best quick service vegan options in Magic Kingdom. So it is now time to go on Pirates. It says it's only a 15-minute standby queue, which is very, very good. It has come down a bit. We've got the lightning lane, so let's see how quick we go on.
Still waiting for me.
Where become Jack Sparrow? Speak up! Or do you fancy a swim with Davy Jones?
May I offer for these hearty heads, everyone an egg layer?
Not less Davy Land, golden egg.
Belay there, you bilge rat!
The Pirates of the Caribbean gift shop is currently shut, and I think that's because they are going to be opening the Pirates of the Caribbean Taverna next year. So I'm assuming some of this space is going to be that. I am very much looking forward to having a Pirates of the Caribbean themed bar inside the park. I'm assuming it's going to be similar to Ogre's Cantina, where you have that kind of level of immersion, maybe some pirates will come in. I cannot wait. I think that's going to be such a great addition to the park. And it's just nice that, you know, Disney World is evolving. The parks are always changing. And we know over the next like 5 or 10 years, Disney World's going to have so much change after the D23 announcements. It's going to be epic. So I cannot wait, because every trip you come, there's going to be new things to explore. So because I was in the area and you could go on it immediately, I've got a multi-pass for the flying carpets. You definitely don't need it, but, you know, might as well use that up. I do have to say the setting of this ride is great, because when you're up here it's a really beautiful part of the land to be in, and you can really appreciate it seeing it from the sky. I actually think my multi-pass strategy has worked so well today. Getting that virtual queue for Tiana and freeing up that tier 1 space made me be able to get Big Thunder Mountain, and then, you know, that's one of the ones that's going to go quickly. I then had 2 tier 2 reservations. Once I scanned into the first one, I looked for ones that had reservations later in the day, because I knew they were more popular. So I would book that, scan to the next one, do the same. So all of the rides that are the longest queues, all the reservations are much later in the day, I've already either gone on or got reservations for. And now I'm at the point in the day where I have 2 multi-pass reservations free, so I can just, the rides that it's, you press it and you can immediately do the lightning lane, that's what I've got now. So I'm going to be able to do everything with the lightning lane, apart from the rides I don't go on, like Space Mountain, which is unbelievable. So in Magic Kingdom, I think you could get every multi-pass ride done in the day if you have the right strategy. And this is a park that multi-pass works really well in, because a lot of the, you know, there's a lot of rides here and the queues can get super long. Remember, this is a quiet day, I hate to use that queue word, but some of the queues are still very long, because even on quiet days the most popular rides are still going to have long queues. So being able to use multi-pass today has been amazing. I've fitted so much into the day. Now I'm going to go and get a little treat. A snack was part of my Patreon Park Day pick. Now the downside is, as I said earlier, Disney changed things very quickly. So even though we only voted for these a couple of weeks ago, the option that was picked was these tropical macarons from Kona Island, which is in the Polynesia. But when I went to Kona Cafe, I looked and they're not selling them anymore. So I'm like, they were tropical flavoured. A Dole Whip Flow Pit's tropical flavoured, so we're going to go for that instead. But I feel like the Paul Patreon Park Day picks have been kind of shafted a bit, because Disney got rid of the Tron virtual queue, but luckily people had picked Tiana anyway. The treat has gone. I've been too sick to get to rope drop. So it's been a complete, a different way of doing Patreon Park Day than anticipated. But let's go and get a Dole Whip Float, and I think I'm going to try a flavour that I've never had before. So I have got my little Dole Whip. I've got the strawberry flavour, which I've never had before, and I've got it in a float. So it'll be nice to have a little drink as well. But I think I'm going to try and cut through, because the parade's going to be starting soon. So I might see if I can get a little spot and see the parade. And it's always fun to see so many characters at once during the parade. But as I'm in this area of the park, I've got to go see Country Bears Jamboree again because I loved it. It is incredible. So let's go see it again.
It's a country band musical jamboree. Knees slapping, toe tapping, jubilee.
I won't give up, no, I won't give in till I reach the end, and then I start again. No, I won't leave. I wanna try everything. I wanna try even though I fail.
She don't have a lot to say, but there's something about her. And you don't know why, but you're dying to try. You wanna kiss the girl. Everybody now.
As I was waiting to go in to see Country Bear Jamboree, I saw Josh and Rob, who I've been chatting to for ages on Instagram. So it was so nice to meet up and watch the show together, see their thoughts. Like, I love it. Like, we were both saying we were very hesitant when we heard they were going to change it. But I think how they've done it is brilliant. Like, I could see that a million times over. I think every time I come to Magic Kingdom, I will have to see it. But they got to chat for a while and hang out, and it was just so nice. So I hope they have a lovely rest of their trip. And it's always the best when you bump into people, particularly when you're in Disney at the same time. So all of the multi-passes that I have left are the ones where it's like you could book it and go on it now. So it's just worked out perfectly today, the strategy, because I've got all of the big ones done. I'm still waiting to do Peter Pan, but I'm now in Fantasyland because I'm just going to start booking them and going straight on rides. I'm right by the teacup, so let's have a see. Now, to be fair, it's only got a 5-minute wait, so and we could book it and go on it straight away, which is fantastic. It's time for tea. I love this ride. I will never get bored of it. Again, I think the Disneyland Paris one is prettier, particularly at night. It's really photogenic. And what I liked about the Disneyland one is it was actually outside and it was like a little disco one. Whereas this one is your kind of just more basic one. So, but I think you can spin more in this one. More than the other two. So, swings and roundabouts, but I do like the spinning. If you don't like the spinning, don't do the spinning. But I love trying to spin it. But you've got to be quite strong, so this is almost like an exercise. My little daily workout. Get a nice breeze as well. It's a great ride to go. Tomorrowland Speedway is right next door, so I had a multi-pass booked for that, so I'm just going to walk straight over there. At the moment, I have 2 multi-passes that I can use for these ones that I walk straight onto. So the second I go into this, I'll book another one. When I was in the queue for the teacups, I booked Dumbo. So I think I'm going to do this Dumbo Barnstormer. Then I might go on a little loop on the railroad, because I did go on it briefly the other day, but just one stop. So I'd like to do the full loop, and then it should be time for my Peter Pan Lightning Lane. And by that point, there'll only be a few multi-passes left to do. So I will have basically done every single multi-pass in one day, which is unreal. It's so worth it. Taking a leisurely ride around in the car. I mean, it's nice to actually go past Tron now, because last time I was here it wasn't open, so we're going to have a little look at people on Tron. But it's quite hard to steer with one hand. You wouldn't think this is difficult, but to be fair, we're only going about 3 miles an hour, so I don't think anything can happen. oh boy, oh boy, I've lost control. It's quite hard to steer. I'm going to say it's the steering that's the problem, but you need 2 hands really, but I've decided it's more important to film, which is not good driving practice. You shouldn't be doing that. Oh, I've overtaken someone. I'm in the speedy lane. This is just one of those classic Disney attractions, and I love that lots of the parks have it, and it isn't a modern ride, is it? Okay, it was still bumping. But it is one of these absolute classics that I do love going on. Although I have to say, it was quite a long wait, because they only had 4 cars operating, So they said it was like a 5-minute wait, and it was like, it's definitely not a 5-minute wait. Definitely not a 5-minute wait. The humidity has come back with a vengeance. So I've got one of my favourite little treats at Disney World, which is a frozen Coke. It's so nice because it's basically a slushie, but it is fizzy, and I love them. So good. So I switched up my plan a bit. I had booked some multi-pass reservations for Barnstormer and Dumbo, but because I stopped to get my little frozen Coke, I'm right near Buzz Lightyear and Monsters Inc., which also have multi-pass. So I switched those 2 rides to them. And whilst I'm in this area, I'm also going to do PeopleMover and maybe even Carousel of Progress, because I absolutely love them. I would still like to try and go on the train, and if I do, I'll probably book Barnstormer and Dumbo because they are next to the train station, and then do a little loop for Peter Pan. So I think by that point I will have done every ride apart from Little Mermaid that I would do with multi-pass, which is incredible. I think the only ride I haven't done is Space Mountain, and I don't tend to go on that because I don't want to feel ill. I find the PeopleMover so relaxing. I could watch just like a POV video of this on loop in the background just to be relaxed. It's just so nice, and I would never get bored of going on this. It's one of those kind of real classic Disney attractions, and that's what I do like, that you blend the new and the classic. So like, you've got stuff like this in Carousel of Progress, but then you've also got Tron, and the parks will always evolve, and that was a main tenet that Walt wanted, that things would change. But I do love that you also keep some of the classics, and it's brilliant. Or when they reimagine things, so the Country Bears Jamboree, I will not stop talking about it because it's literally incredible. The new version is awesome, and same with Tiana. Like, I really love it. So it's great to see the old classics mixed with the new.
Please keep forward-facing tentacles clear of oncoming vehicles. Thank you.
So time has gone super fast today. It's already 4:30, and I have a dining reservation at 5:30 at the Plaza. So I've got Buzz, Monsters Inc., Laugh Floor, and Peter Pan booked in. So I think I'm going to do them, and then have to hot foot it over to Plaza Gardens, and I'll just have to do the train another day. Also, it's not Plaza Gardens, is it? It's just the Plaza. I will forever mix up these names because they're all kind of the same, but also not the same.
Power-holding robots are Zerg's first line of defense.
I'm always so bad at this, like really bad. If in doubt, spin it out. This is the only thing I'm good at on this ride, is the spinning.
Squadron, secure the power cells for transport.
Remember, to infinity and beyond.
Terrible score. So I actually haven't seen this show since 2018, so I'm really excited. I remember it being funny before, and there was a great audience interaction, and it's so nice to see Monsters Inc. in the parks. Of course, we're going to be getting a whole Monsters Inc. land in Hollywood Studios. I'm very much looking forward to this. I love Roz, so can't wait to see what she has to say today.
I came to check to see if we have any fans of Mike Wazowski. Raise your hand if you're a Mike Wazowski fan. Any Mike Wazowski? We got almost everybody is a Mike Wazowski fan.
We collect your laughter. The more you laugh, the more power we collect. The less you laugh, well, we may not have enough power to open the exit doors.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the laugh floor. And now, make some noise for your monster of ceremonies, me, Mike Wazowski. Hello, humans. Oh, very good. I'm Mike Wazowski. That's Wazowski with one eye. Welcome to the laugh floor. Now, if this is your first time in a monster world, there are a few things you should know. Like if I said, "You stink" to that guy, it would be a compliment. You're welcome, sir.
So that is always fun. It's so funny to see who in the audience gets picked on, and it was great as ever. So I don't actually think I've got time to get to Peter Pan now, because I'd have to get over there, get on the ride and get back within about 20 minutes, which I don't think is going to be possible. So I think I'm just going to hang around waiting for my dining reservation. This day has gone so quickly. I got into the park just before 9:30 and it's now 5, and I can't believe I've been here without a break, haven't gone back to the hotel room, but it's been such a relaxing day. It's been like a lot of sitting, a lot of drinking, and multipass has allowed me to do so much. It's a shame to have not got on Pan, but you know, just the timing happens the way the timing happens, and I can't believe I basically did almost all the rides available on multipass in a day. Like, I definitely think this park in Hollywood Studios is a massive benefit, and if you just want to get the most out of your day and not be waiting loads and be able to just enjoy the parks, it's so worth it. So I've got a little bit of time before my reservation, so I just went to Cinemas on Main Street because it's something I really want to get, and it would be me and my 2 cats, and I asked if they could do it, but they said the person that's currently doing it can only do one person. They can't do more than one at a time. So come back a different day and try it. So I think, I don't know what time it starts, because I am going to come back to Magic Kingdom for an evening, and then on my final day I'll be in Magic Kingdom, so I'm going to have to try and remember to get it then, because it's going to be such a cute souvenir. But I've just popped into, I don't know if it's called Harrington's here, but it's called Harrington's in most places, which is the glassware shop, and there's loads of amazing things in here. I really love this Mickey Ears hat. It's $600. Thank you. So tonight for dinner I've come to the Plaza restaurant. I have never been here. I think it's a bit of a hidden gem. It's easy to overlook, but it is opposite the castle, so it's like a really beautiful setting. It's got like this old world charm. They have an Impossible Chili Burger as your main, and they have the famous dark chocolate banana bread and butter pudding. I think that, there's a lot of words, but I think that's what it's called. It comes with a potato bun. I don't really know what that means. This is a really great burger. The Impossible meat is really nice, and where it's kind of been flattened out a bit, it's got a little bit of like a charm on the outside, which is really nice. The chili is really flavourful. It's not spicy, and it has, like, you can see like there's bits of beans and tomato and stuff, like very delicious chili. I thought it was going to be really messy, and it isn't, which is good news. And you get a little bit of the vegan cheese that gives that nice kind of smooth kind of taste to it. And this is a really great burger. So tonight is a Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween party night, and the park shuts to day guests at 6 PM as the party starts at 7. So I got a reservation at 5:30. So when I leave, they will be obviously trying to get day guests out of the park. So it'll be interesting to see how that process goes. When I've been to the Halloween party before and you've wanted to fuel up in advance, I turn up a bit early and have a meal then, so that you're not wasting any of your party time dining. So the party officially starts at 7, but if you have just a Halloween party ticket, you can enter from 4. Of course, if you have a normal ticket, you can enter any time you want, but I would recommend having a reservation about 5:30, eating, and then you're ready to just focus on the party. It's like the size of my head, guys. This is a portion for one person. I was like, I've got to leave space so I can have the dessert. Didn't know how much space I was going to have to leave. Let's see. That's really good. You get the richness from the dark chocolate. There's a subtle taste of banana. There's also some cinnamon in there. The outside is crisp, but the middle is doughy. The ice cream is really nice. Like, this is an amazing dessert, but you could definitely feed 2 people with. So it is now 6:30. I'm just paying up, and a cast member came around and asked, "Are you staying for the party? Have you got a wristband for the party?" And I said, "Oh no, I'll leave straight after this." And then she's given me a little wristband that says guest dining on it, and she said that's so if you need to use the restroom or anything like that, the security won't be trying to usher you out because they know you've eaten. So I think that's really, really handy that they let you know, like, this person has a wristband because they've been dining, they are on their way out, but they might have to stop somewhere. So that's absolutely perfect, and it is very, very well done. Like, if you are coming to the Halloween party, you get a wristband, like, you cannot get into the party. It's not possible because you will always be checked. So if you get a dining reservation and hope that maybe you could stay in, maybe that's a way to get into the Halloween party, it won't happen because they will check you everywhere. So it's nice that they do actually do this so that you're not going to get in trouble with security because they know you've been dining. What an incredible Magic Kingdom day it's been. When I woke up this morning and I was not feeling good, I was like, oh no, what am I going to do? And I'll just take it easy and see how it goes. And it has been the perfect Magic Kingdom day. Having multi-pass has allowed me to just have such a relaxing day. I've not been rushed off my feet, I've had loads of breaks, and I've actually been in this park longer than I've been in any of the other parks during the whole trip because it was just so relaxing. So we had the best time today. Got so many rides done, eating some amazing food. Thank you to my patrons for Patreon Park Day. I'm so sorry we didn't get to do rope drop, but we did meet a princess. In fact, we met 2. We didn't get to have the tropical dessert we were planning, but we did get to try the strawberry Dole Whip, which was really, really good. It tasted exactly like ice cream. It was amazing. We also did the virtual queue for Tiana. Absolutely incredible, super easy to get, and group 11, which was absolutely amazing. We ate in Peco Bills, which is a really good quick service meal, and of course I finished my day in Plaza. It was really, really tasty. That dessert is incredible. It totally lives up to the hype. It's well worth it. But yes, it has been the perfect Magic Kingdom day. So I'm going to go back to my resort now. It's the Halloween party, so I have to leave. Yeah, I'm going to have a little bit of a restful evening. I might watch a film, something like that. Tomorrow is going to be quite a restful day because I'm going to go to Florida Mall, so I can go to their new Primark, which I'm very excited about. I also think I might go to Walmart because I need to get some vegan snacks to take back to the UK with me. And I'm thinking of going to Disney Springs to go to the cinema. I always love going to the cinema whilst I'm here. Beetlejuice is out, so I think that could be the perfect shout, and what a great restful day it will be. So thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this vlog. We still have so much more to do whilst we're here, and do continue following. We've still got some more Magic Kingdom days, some more Epcot days, some more Hollywood Studios days. I'm really excited to see this Primark. I'm not gonna lie, but thank you once again, and I hope you have a most magical day. Bye bye.